Welcome everybody to this week's edition of Valpo Football Preview. Along with head coach Dave Cicchini, this is Todd Eichow. And Dave, we start by looking back at homecoming. Great atmosphere, crowd in the game. First quarter and a half went great, and then what happened?
Yeah, well, I told you, our defense was playing lights out. Best football in the last 2 years since I've been here. They forced 2 turnovers and a 3-and-out to start the game. And we had some early success moving the football, driving, executing our game plan, kicked a field goal on one drive, and unfortunately an unbelievable interception by them. A great play by their corner ended the second drive. And then things just fell apart. Defensively, we couldn't get off the field. That was the primary reason. We did a great job on first down and second down and got them into a lot of third and longs, but time and time again, we couldn't get off the field. When we did stop them on third down, they went for it on fourth and short, and they got it on fourth down. Yeah. So it was a rough time there. And on the offensive side of the ball, Dalton Stokes got injured for us at quarterback, and that put a little bit more weight on the shoulders of Ryan Clark. And we were just inconsistent. And kind of the same story as the Sacred Heart game. We had some big plays open that we weren't able to convert on some of our bigger plays. Guys were open and we overthrew them, or we made a great throw and we dropped it, and or we converted but we had a hold, a holding penalty. So it was a rough day from that standpoint.
You had some young offensive linemen in there as well. Nate Kahneman played some.
He played some. He was a little banged up.
But you were kind of shuffling the pieces there on the offensive line also. That obviously didn't help.
Yeah,
Not to make excuses, but that didn't help.
Yeah, no, I mean,
the running game especially.
Yeah, Houston Underwood, Tom Schofield are 2 freshmen that we think have got incredibly bright futures for us. They're big. They're getting stronger, but they're still young and they're still adapting. And when they're playing these teams that are as talented up front as San Diego is, we struggled at times in those one-on-one matchups.
You mentioned the quarterback situation, that Dalton Stokes got injured. There's a pretty good chance he's not going to play, I assume, against Davidson. And then we're back to the same scenario where you've got a freshman in Jake Pliga that you want a red shirt that may have to play.
Yeah, right now we're down to 2 quarterbacks again, which we've been there before. 2 weeks ago, we were in the same exact situation, and we'll see. We'll track Dalton's progress. This is something that I think there's a shot that he may be ready for Saturday, but we're going to wait and see. It's still early on in the week, and he's a competitor and a tough kid, so we'll see if he's able to whip himself into shape. But right now we're kind of moving forward, saying, well, we can't count on him being there, and so as we formulate the game plan against Davidson, we're going forward, assuming that Ryan Clark is our starter.
Talk to us a little bit about Ryan Clark. Now he's gotten 2 almost full games of experience. We need progress, though.
Yes.
He's got to start making some
plays. Yeah, well, no, I mean, his first start was against College of Faith, and he did a pretty good job. I think for his first start, he kept his emotions in check. I think he had the butterflies that every young player has, but he went out and executed the game plan well. Saturday against San Diego, he had some ups and downs. Some things that, again, he just the more reps and the more comfortable he can get in those game-like situations. And he played a little bit last year, but not a lot. Not a lot. Certainly when the outcome was in doubt. So I think it was his first real exposure to a quality PFL opponent in San Diego, and he made some bad reads and some bad throws and had some happy feet. But the thing I like about the kid, he's a great competitor. He wants to do it so badly. He's a tough kid. And he's hardest on himself when he comes to the sideline. He knows exactly what he did wrong, and he's certainly able to communicate, which I really like. He comes to the sideline, he lets you know what he saw. He's not a guy who's so nervous that he's just guessing, and so I think he's got an incredibly bright future ahead for him as well. But until we get a quarterback established and we can develop that type of consistency that we were able to get to a year ago, we're going to have these ups and downs.
Let's talk about Davidson now, a team that, you look at what's happened. They're struggling, obviously. This is, maybe a good time to get well, but it's a conference game. It's on the road. Nothing's going to come easy for sure. And you guys are banged up a little bit. Give us some idea about the matchup.
Yeah, well, I think it's a good matchup in terms of teams' strengths and weaknesses. They gave us a pretty good game a year ago. They're still relatively young, maybe a little bit older in experience than we do. On the offensive side of the ball, they've got an outstanding wide receiver, really 2 pretty good athletes, first-team all-conference member there. The running back Keel a year ago did a great job against us and gave us fits, and so they can do things offensively. Now they've struggled this year. They've had some inconsistencies, I think, at quarterback, and on paper it looks like maybe. I think they're a little worse on paper than when you watch the film. I mean, the reality is they've played some great defenses, and they've had some bad weather games that have hurt. I think what they wanted to do as well. But they're very well coached. They've got a great scheme. They throw a lot of different things at you. On the defensive side of the ball, I think they struggled early on in the season making plays out in space, and as a result of that, I think in the Morehead State game, they're really shuffling a lot of different personnel in there, and I think just trying, similar to what we're doing defensively, just trying to upgrade their speed and athleticism. So they're having some growing pains there as well, but they're tough kids. They play hard, and again, on defense, they do a lot of different things defensively so that you have to prepare for.
Let's speak about your defense before we wrap things up. I think you hit the nail on the head. First down, we've been good. Second down, been really good, and just can't put it together for 3 straight plays. And it looks like, you got 3 or 4 guys making almost every play. There needs to be more consistency from some of the other guys,
exactly,
right?
Exactly. We were playing a lot of young kids are getting in. If they're not starting, they're certainly playing a lot of snaps. And, guys, we're at the point right now where we need to turn the corner in terms of our defensive chemistry. Guys not afraid. Hey, they've gotten enough experience that right now it's their chance to go out there. And, last week we may have been in position to make the play, but we didn't make the play. A couple of guys are, but a couple of guys aren't. And when you have those types of inconsistencies, a type of game like what developed second half against San Diego, where we couldn't get our guys off the field, we'd make the play on first down and second down, but would give up the pass play or the run for the first down, on a critical third down or fourth down situation. So we do. We need guys. Like I said before, I think the talent is there. We've got to increase our confidence, our mental and physical toughness. I don't think is quite where it needs to be yet for a 4-quarter game. It certainly was there early on, but like I said, the glass half full aspect of it is the talent is there. And it's as we just keep coaching these guys and getting after them, these younger players, I think we're only going to get better.
Good luck on Saturday.
Thanks.
For head coach Dave Cicchini, this is Todd Eichhoff. Thanks for joining us this week on Valpo Football Preview.